Hello puppies. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This live stream is for a select few group of people. If you don't think you should be here, you just keep scrolling. If you're not sure if you're part of that select few, you keep scrolling. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, then you just keep on scrolling, because we are only after our friends to come and join in our fun. And they know who they are. They know who they are without needing to be asked, right? And if you are our friends and you're tuning in, thank you. Whether you're watching this back on the channel as part of a video, or whether you managed to tune into some of the live, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Come and join us on this kind of interesting day. It's fascinating. We'll talk about it in a second or two. Let's just get our bearings, make sure we're all good. We're enjoying some of the enrichment right now. And look at the day. Look at this. Look at this. Right, so you are watching Crighton Pet Services live dog walk. I'm Stephen Crighton, and if you don't know me, then you should keep on scrolling, like I've already said. Go on, keep going, keep going. This is for our subscribers and for our dog lovers and for the people who we know only. So if you are one of those people, stick around. Let us know that you're here in the chat, and thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. The day today is very, very mild. It's one of the most pleasant days of spring of this year that we've had, for definite. The dogs are enjoying it. We've already had a little splash in the river just to cool off. They've all needed it. Been quite fascinating. But if you have a look, sort of, I don't know if the camera really picks it up, but it's a bit hazy. I know I'm pointing the camera directly at the sun, so don't think that I'm being stupid in that respect. There's like a kind of haze, or there's a cloud that must have been settled in this valley last night that's not fully lifted yet. Maybe the camera's cutting through it a bit more effectively, especially where it's brighter. But there's definitely some kind of moisture in the air, some kind of har. And I suspect that's going to burn off, and we're going to be left with the most incredible day. I mean, it already is. It really already is. Dogs are loving it. We've got the 6 of them out. Who have we got? We've got Charlie boy. Hey, buddy boy. Hello. We've got Nell. We've got Otis. We've got Barney. We've got Ruby, who will pay me no attention whatsoever. And we've got Stanley boy. Hey, buddy boy. How are we doing? Yes, I see you now. Good girl. Good. Hi, Frank. How are we doing? Yes, you are one of the select few who is allowed to hang around here. And just for you, let's say hi to Charlie. Hey, buddy. Who's on the other end of the camera? Here we go. Oh, Ruby, that caught your attention. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So it's a toasty 12, maybe not even as hot as that today, actually. It's warm. Let's see if my phone's not connected. My watch and my phone haven't paired up this morning, so I don't know what the temp is right now, but at the height of today, it's to be 12 degrees, I think. It's probably more like 8, and it's proper t-shirt weather for Scottish people. I will probably be burnt to a crisp, but in fact, I feel like maybe I'm getting a little bit of sun this week, so need to be careful. Need to start getting that factor on and change the van. We've got like 2 boxes in the van, one for a rainy and cold winter and one for a rainy and cold summer. So it's probably time for the summer box to make its way into the van, with the sunglasses, the showerproof jackets, sunscreen, the showerproof legs, there's something else, hats, and the showerproof change of clothes. So yeah, it's rarely as good as this, let me tell you that. And it's rarely as good as this for more than sort of 24 hours. So the fact that we've had this for a couple of days, and we're still to get it tomorrow as well, it's just incredible. It really is. Velo, Pretty dogs, yes they are. I can take no credit for them being pretty, but we can take some credit for all the nonsense they get up to, which Stanley is really kind of showing us up right now. He's loving a good scratch in the dry mud. Hey buddy boy, hey, what's that about? What's that about? You've just been in the water, so you're gonna be like all claggy and what have you. Yeah, I don't think that's... Vlad, how are we doing? Oh, Frank, you're doing some driving. Nice. Simulated or real life? You actually, I'm not sure if you're streaming right now. I didn't get the notification, so maybe not. We're just going to move out the way of these guys, let them have some space. This way. Barney, keep coming, bud. Good puppies. Good puppies. Good puppies. Oh, real life. Well, take care, bud. Don't do anything too risky, you know. Certainly not incriminate yourself online that you're watching me and driving. But listen along, please. Oh. Stanley, no, buddy. Stanley. That's what we're moving out of the way of, bud. Good boy. Well done. Well done, kiddo. Well done. Oh, you've kind of set them off. The three dogs that just passed by were a bit snarly with each other. Stanley went straight over to join in some of the rammy, but then realised they all know each other well. And he chilled out pretty quickly. We don't want to be involved in other teams' rammies. Definitely not. Definitely not. What was I saying? Sincerity Gaming. Where are you from? Hey, bro. I'm from Edinburgh, bro. It's part of the UK in Scotland, bro. How you doing, bro? So, yeah, we've got the 6 of them out. Did I introduce us to the whole team? I think we did. I think we got round everybody. But they're in good form, and this funny thing about dogs, so this is a strange thing, this is going to sound bizarre, so especially I know that we've got people from all over the world that follow us, and this morning on a different stream I saw people suffering with 45-degree heat and stuff like that. So today our 12 degrees is going to be difficult for the dogs to cope with without provisions. So if we have a look at Barney here, we've got that tongue fully out. He's plodding on a bit slowly. We're licking some of the damp grass here. He's maybe struggling a little bit. He's maybe just feeling the heat a little bit. And the reason for that is that dogs don't sweat. So unlike me, I mean, I've got my arm out, right? My t-shirt off. So little drops of sweat will form on my arm, and a tiny amount of breeze will blow that way, evaporate it, and cool me down. And that's why you feel cooler in the breeze, right? That's a kind of no-brainer. But because dogs don't do that, breeze doesn't really affect them. The temperature can be different temperatures. We could have a cool temperature, but we could have a kind of warm sun. If that makes sense, you know, it's nice in the sun, which is what we have. And this radiating sun landing on their bodies, they just continue to heat up and heat up and heat up. And actually Ruby to touch is quite warm. Charlie, you're pretty cool. You roll about in the grass though, so you're quite cool. And I'll check the others in due course, but they just kind of lap up this heat. They radiate it. They enjoy the radiation of this heat, and then essentially it all becomes a bit much for them and they'll be wore out. And if it was to get hotter, if the air temperature was to get hotter, this becomes more difficult, and so on and so forth. So we have to make sure we've got plenty of shade. We've got some shade here, and the trees still aren't in bloom yet, but that'll be another week or so, and then we'll have all the cherry blossoms, I think. And then we've got access to water, so there's a stream that runs down the middle of the park down here, which we'll go back to soon. And then of course, that we don't overdo it. I think the dogs will show you exactly how strenuous they're prepared to be. Otis, do you want to go for a run? You want to go and chase us, buddy? Go on. Go on, bud. Go on. And will you do this all day, guys? I think you might. I think you might, because we've probably got conditions right. We've got enough coolness, enough dampness on the ground, And there's Barney. He's just maybe giving in. He's maybe just giving in. We just need to keep a close eye on him, because obviously the welfare of these dogs is like my number one priority. Filming and having a bit of fun with you guys is great, and I love it. But the priority is just to make sure that they're okay. And this is actually a handy little tool to show owners, you know, at what stage certain dogs were struggling, and maybe we talk about, do they need groomed a bit more regularly, or do we need to think about finding other ways to cool them off ahead of the walk or after the walk and things like that. But right now we're fine. The reason I bring it up is because we've had temperatures of like 0 degrees earlier in the week. So this 12 to 15 degree hike in temperatures just in the course of a few days is going to just catch them out. It's going to catch us all out. So they'll be feeling it until they acclimatise to it. And by the time they acclimatise it, this is Scotland, by the time we get there with the acclimatisation, we'll be on to something else. We'll probably have snow, and then the sun will be gone, and that'll be the end of that. I'll be worrying about how we keep them warm, how we can speed up our walk, how we can heat them up, how we can avoid being in treacherous conditions. All over again, but just with a different kind of battle. So Scotland's a funny old place for those kind of things. Right, let me catch up with the chap. Vlad, how are we doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Bernie, hi again from Australia. Bernie and Mish, how are we doing? And Trooper, of course, your border terrier, yeah. Now remind me, Bernie, if you're still with us, I'm sure you are, is Trooper more like Stanley colour-wise, or more like Otis colour-wise, or somewhere in between? We kind of see, in Scotland, they are a very, very, this sounds terrible to say it this way, I was going to say they're a very common breed, but that's not the right way that I mean it. But probably a lot of families will opt for border terriers, if that makes sense, and in the same way that Labradors are. But we get them on all shapes, sizes and colours, so let us know. Remind me, maybe we spoke about this the last time, maybe not. Hey, what are you barking at? What are you barking at? So yeah, another good way for the dogs to cool down is because the grass is, let me just check the grass, hang on. Yeah, there's a bit of moisture on the grass, so if they roll around in this, it means that when there is a breeze and the evaporation happens, they do get the benefit of that breeze. So a good little roll around, maybe in the dirt, maybe not so much in the dirt. Come on, Stanley. Come on, boy. And but yeah, more so in the grass. This will help them cool off. Sure. A good way to transfer the heat from one surface to another, basically. Come on. Come on. You're loving that, buddy, aren't you? I know you're really loving that. You're really loving life. Are they rare in Australia? Are they very light in colour? That's nice. Where in Scotland are you planning to go? So obviously we're in Edinburgh, which is the capital. The other parts of the country, so to the west, about 40 or 50 miles is like the sort of second city. It's bigger, but we're the capital, and that's Glasgow. And then you've got the Highlands to the north, but there's quite a few other cities and places to visit between there and the Highlands, to be fair, and then the borders to the south. So Glasgow and Edinburgh are on what's called like the Central Belt. So if you ever need any help with planning your trip, once you get out of the sort of let's do it phase and actually start to plan things, then give us a shout, because I'm sure we can help out. And what will you do with Trooper? What will you do with Trooper? I hope there's someone in your lives like me that can maybe step in and look after a young fella. But I mean, bring him with you, right? That would be cool. That would be really cool. we've had so many of our dogs over the course of the last, well, I've had the business for like 7-8 years maybe, and in that time we've had dogs like migrate overseas. We've had one dog go to Dubai, one dog go to Ireland, one dog go to Singapore, things like that, and they have to helping them like helping the families deal with like getting their doggy passports and stuff is quite it's quite cool, but it's obviously quite yeah, sad from me point of view. It's not like, I don't know, it must be similar to school teachers in a way, or nursery teachers maybe more, kind of you know, with the younger kids, like you build a real rapport and you see them grow quite a significant amount. He's a great example of this. Old Stanley boy, phenomenal dog now, aren't you, bud? Hey, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Yes. Oh, you got relatives. That's nice. Of course, yeah. That should be the first choice, right? I don't know why I didn't actually make that first choice. Yeah. Charlie, this way. Good pups. There we go. We just got a Vizsla who are quite hyper, quite leggy. Looks very young. Just in the backdrop there. Just going out of sight there. I've just pulled the dogs to the side, get them to face me away from the other dog, so there's no sort of confrontation eye to eye. And the dogs just ignored us, which was lovely. And we've moved on. I don't like that necessarily, but we're still, even although I'm saying you're amazing, bud, we're still just getting to grips with what's allowed and what isn't with you. And I let the dogs make all their own decisions, so if he makes a bad one, that's on me. But in the process of him learning how to make good decisions, sometimes you just make the odd one for them, and they made that one for them all there, to be fair. And they're none the wiser. They're none the wiser, are they? Right, sorry, let me catch up. So Edinburgh's on the list, and the Highlands, lovely. And of course, you've got your relatives, yeah. Make sure, I don't know why I didn't think of relatives first, but probably because no relatives would take our dog, right? I don't know how often any of you watching have seen Dante, my own dog, but he's a German short hair pointer, very similar in relation to the Vizsla that we've just passed. Like a very slender Labrador or Dalmatian, that kind of size. And if you're not familiar with the breed, they are a bit wild. They're a bit loopy-loo. And B, you struggling, kid? You struggling, boy? Oh no, I see the tail swooshing. Are we okay? We're only around about halfway around, kiddo. I know. You're not feeling too hot, yeah. Maybe just a little bit. Will we go and get some more water? We go down to the river. That sounds like a good idea. Sun is definitely, since we started, it feels like the sun has brightened up a little bit and warmed up a little bit. I think Barney's just taking his rest while he can. Any excuse for a kiss off of Nell. She's loving it. Look at this. Like, I'm asked all the time if like, why don't the dogs fight, and do they fight, and that kind of thing, and I'm like, no. Once they're bonded to each other, they kind of fight like in a playful way, if they know that they can push it with the other dog. Just now, there's no real combination of the dogs that are massively playful with each other. No one that's like super connected. Come on guys, we'll go down to the river. Otis, keep coming. We'll go a little bit quicker. There we go. So yeah, so there's no one that's like ultra connected and really super playful and more bonded than the rest of the team. And that makes it good for me, because it means that we don't have a group splintering off, chasing each other, going crazy, fighting, spending all their time with each other. You know, the dogs mix quite freely with each other in this capacity, and they're having quite a good time. You enjoying that, Ruby? But here she goes again. Round 2. Here we go. That's definitely a mouse or something. Great. Come on, Oats. Come on, old bean. Come on, old sausage. Good boy. Good boy. What? What are you barking at, bud? Hey, Ruby. What is it? Hackles up. Can you see that? She's not happy about something. It's more than likely noise that she can hear that I can't. Potentially the noise of, like, there's a woman down there with a buggy. Might be that it's got like a wheel that's stuck and dragging along the ground or something like that. You know, it's something that'll be unusual, making a noise that she's not familiar with. And she's probably sent the pack into high alert mode, which means that from my point of view, we just got to pay a bit more attention to how they're reacting to other dogs, if they think that the other dogs are the threat, that kind of thing. But as you can see, there's no one really around just now. There's one dog down to the path with a couple. I think we'll be able to navigate past, but she's going back in that direction where the woman was, so I wonder if it was something to do with the buggy. We won't find out, I don't think it's necessary to find out. She's not hugely bothered by it, but she's been given some more freedom now. Here we go. And so part of the issue for her, because she's not that great at making these decisions for herself, is that potentially she'd maybe go off. She's a tough old girl. She'd maybe go and take her puffed out chest and go and see what all the fuss was about, whilst making that beagle call of alertness, you know, that howl. I'll try not to do too many more dog impressions as we go around, guys. I think one's enough for the day. But you get the idea. If she wasn't on the lead, she may just take herself down there and be a bit more inquisitive, because even though that is probably fear, she's not that bothered about confronting fear, to be fair. Otis! This way, bud. Good boy. Let's stay together, kiddo. Good boy. Good, you guys. Good. Oh, Bernie, you're welcome. You're obviously welcome here all the time. Hey, that's a little reminder. Not everyone is, right? I made a message right at the beginning of this session. If you're not part of the team, you guys keep on going. You keep scrolling here. Unless you're a subscriber or a friend of ours, like Bernie here, or Frank, or Vlad, the other gang. You guys just keep on scrolling. This way, guys. Come on. Come on, we'll find an easier way in, Charlie. I know. Come on, B, you can manage it. He's a slow coach. Got a Labrador up ahead with the owner. Oh, here's a better place for, oh no, there's a big drop there. I thought we might be able to get in there, but I don't think we will. And she's sitting on the bench, meaning we probably have to pass her. So what's the etiquette here? Do we pass on the path because we're on the path? Or do we walk behind her into all the space where the dogs can be chased? I think we stay on the path. Stanley, I'm paying close attention to you, buddy, alright? Let's see how you deal with this. It's another situation that you're not that great at and you're not that great at, and you're not that great at, and you're not that great at. Rubes, Ruby, it's maybe a bit steep for us here, sweetie, as well. We'll go to the other bit. In fact, I'm going to take the guy behind this person. Because that'll save me having to wrestle with the water as well as the dog. The lab, that is. Good morning. Ruby, her hackles are way up and she is as tight on this lead as I've known her. Come on. No, no. The lab's looking right at Ruby. I'm going to keep moving this way. No. Let's get it focused back on me. Come on. Teamwork makes the dream work. Come on. Barney boy. You gotta keep moving, kid. So Ruby's body language tells us a lot here. The tail is right up like an antenna. And she's obviously tight on the lead. She's taking direction off me, to be fair, which is quite good. Oh, Charlie. Come on, buddy. The one thing, so if I knew she was going to throw the ball, we might have just encouraged her to go instead of us, but Charlie can only play with that growl and that grumble. I know I said I wouldn't do any more impressions of the dogs, but it's like even if he's just running chasing his cousin who he stays with a couple of times a week, as in it's another dog, it's Alfie who's in the pack. When they're together, they just growl at each other all the time, but it's so playful because it's a deep growl. It's not a high-pitched one. So it's that kind of noise is what we associate with good, healthy play. Otis, can we go down here? And you're not Otis, Stanley. There you go. There's Otis. Good dribs. No, you don't want it. What time are we at? Oh, we're not doing too bad for time. Come on, guys, this way. Charlie, can you make that decision? Can you deal with it? Good boy. Charlie. Charlie. Some of the dogs are not all that confident on bridges. There we go. Oops, sorry about that. What's down here? Charlie. What's down here? Stanley. Barney, you want to come and get some water? Come on. Go on. Rubes, we're going to get tangled in all of these trees, which we're not allowing. I'm not allowing. It's not happening. It's not happening. Right, I'm going to take this lot up to this pavilion. I think Barney needs to get some water back at the van. Let's do that rather than try and force him into a river that he's not confident around. You know me? Come on now. Barney. Decision making has gone. We've lost him. We've lost him. And all that means is that he's going on the lead. So they're like, the best way to explain dogs is that they're 3-year-olds. And so they're usually pretty good when, especially when we're full of beans and full of energy. But once we start to lose the energy that's directly stored in the muscles, it relies on other energy processes, and then sometimes they just become really terrible at making decisions. Charlie. is what we would say is that a dog is well trained when something that is a decision just becomes a reaction, an impulse. And when we don't have that, when we're running a bit on empty, buddy, it becomes just that little bit trickier for them to make these good calls. And so as a result, yeah, we just need to chill here for a little sleep. And I think that's a nice time to end the session. What do we think? Beautiful, beautiful day. Glorious fun with the pack. And thank you for sharing it with us. If you haven't done it and you've cheated and you've watched all of this without having subscribed, then go ahead now. This is the final chance. Give us a little subscribe to the channel. I'm sure it'll be down here somewhere. There'll be something to do. And we'll be back live again tomorrow. It's to be beautiful again in Edinburgh tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Different combination of dogs, different location, same kind of idea. One of the dogs has their nose in my bum. So on that note, I hope you guys are having a great day. Stanley, thank you. That's enough. Good boy. Good boy. I know, I see you. I see you. Yeah, so from me and the team, have a nice day. I hope yours is as glorious as ours has been. I'm going to get them some water, get them back into the nice cold van, and we're going to sign off. Okay, have a great day, guys. Till tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.